Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, we've just come out of the electricity office in downtown Paphos. Just been to pay the electricity bill. Chub change at only €802 for 2 months. Sorry about that, Miss Andrea, but I couldn't be bothered to stop. It's only gone on to amber, so we've just gone through on red, especially for Sir Neil and Lady Ali and, of course, Sir Brian, who are coming to Paphos. Pay here in particular very, very soon indeed. This is a street we've not been down for a while, and it's been a little bit of renovations going on. They've dug a bit here and dug a bit there, put in some new pavements and put in these little metal poles all the way along the pavements. I don't know why they're trying to stop us park on pavements. Crazy, crazy world. And they've also put a couple of zebra crossings in. Again, I don't know why. You know, what's wrong with these pedestrians? Shall we let this guy out? Go on, we will. I used to have a van, and of course it's very, very difficult to reverse, so we'll let him out, and you never know, we might even get a flash of the hazard warning lights off him, or a wave, but probably not. There we are, downtown Paphos, on a spectacality of a day. This is one of the busiest roads in Paphos, by the way. I don't know why, but there's a lot of shops on it and a lot of people living around it. So I suppose there's the two reasons, isn't it? Anyway, if you're wondering about the weather, what's the weather today? Let's have a quick look. What does the Merc say? She says it's 32 degrees outside. So she's probably right because she's German. And they don't tend to lie very much, that's for sure. There we are, 32 degrees. And the sky, one or two clouds up there, but it's still a beautiful, beautiful blue sky. And of course, we all know that the sea is blue. Mr. Paul, he's dressed head to toe in blue, so all that is actually missing is you. So want to get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Cyprus, Paphos, Marika and me are quite simply waiting for you. Now, if you're wondering how the channel is funded, where does the money come from? Well, it's all down to you guys, and we do thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. YouTube doesn't pay very much, that's for sure. So we do appreciate it when one or two of our superstars pop through to our About page and perhaps consider to buy us a coffee or two. That's the Buy Me a Coffee platform, totally safe, totally secure and totally independent from ourselves and YouTube. And all you do is click through to it, hunt us down on Google, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, and then you can choose to thank us, salute us, motivate us to make more special videos for you. If you want a birthday video, if you want an anniversary video, if you want me to call your cat in at night, all you have to do is buy us those magic coffees, or two or three, it's up to you. We do thank you very, very much indeed. And you can also choose to become one of our superstar members. What does that mean? Well, €10 a month automatically sent, debited from your card. You won't even notice it, that's for sure. But of course that will give us a guarantee every month that there is some kind of income, and we can keep on popping benzene in the tank. I can keep on popping down to the shops with Grasiviana booth to buy something, and of course now and again I can go and do a little bit of Romeo and Juliet-ing. There you go, someone having a conversation with me on a text. There you go, live with Mr. Paul in a car, as the superstar Sir Derek Scully has done again, yet again. Thank you, Derek, thank you for that super thanks on YouTube. I think I'll go buy myself a Romeo and Juliet, and I'll smoke it, and I'll be thinking of you and your misogyn Grasiviana Boone as I do it. Anyway, here we are. We're in the Paphos Centre now, if you're wondering. Basically, we are on the cusp of the old town of Paphos. Yes, and if you're curious to know how much the price of that liquid benzene is, unleaded petrol is €1.50, 4.3, and the diesel stuff, the black stuff, is €1, 60.8. Yet again, it's starting to creep up. Obviously, the governments have decided that they want that little bit more money, so we'll push that price up again. Because we all know, contrary to what they try and tell us, that something like 90% of the cost of that 1 litre of fuel is, of course, tax. Thieving little, yeah, what can you call it? Come on, little Gumbaru, get across, let's see if that man's so kind. No, My goodness, I'm shocked, truly shocked. On the streets of Paphos, a man driving quite crazily with a rather nice beard, as you may have noticed, with all sorts of food in it, keeping it for later obviously, actually decided to stop. Shocked. Courtesy in downtown Paphos. Wow, what can you say? Let's take a bit of a diversion here. Let's go into the old town. Yes, just in case you think I'm lying. The old town is down here. That's a shop that's closed. That used to be a shop selling all sorts of tat. Apparently they were antiques, but we all know they were tat. Anyway, here we are. We've entered the old town, so feast your eyes and digest. And just over here on the left-hand side, what's this gunbarrow doing? You never know what they're doing, do they? There you go. On the left here, this is the home of the Pumpkin Lady. You've heard me talk about her quite often. At the moment, she's now got a little setup in the arts and crafts area at the top of the harbour there. So she'll make you a special gift of a pumpkin, and also she's got other talents as well, so why not pop along and have a look. Her name is Miss Evie, and her friend is called Miss Nikki, and she makes all sorts of works of art as well. And well, there's a lot of things going on. What are you doing, Gunbarrow? What are you doing? No idea, is it? Absolutely no idea. No concern for the rest of the world. He now wants to offload 2 little Gunbarrows. There we go. Are they going to growl? Yeah, sort of. There we are. Where are you going now? Come on. Absolute pain in the bottom, this one is, isn't it? I've got a big long front end, and as you can see, Miss Ali, it's lovely and clean. And guess what? I've washed my rear end as well. Oh yeah, front and back, top and bottom, I am nice and clean today. Thanks, Miss Ali. She's one of the superstars who likes to contribute very, very regularly to the channel, and she always likes to know the front end is clean, because that's when she's watching on the videos. But she's been getting concerned about the rear end being dirty as well. So don't worry, it's been nicely washed. But as people come to understand, I do like to go and wash my car every single day. And on top of that, in the boot, in the trunk, with those 2 big juppers of the boys known as Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon. Oh yeah, they're the 2 pains. Yes, those 2. You know what I'm talking about. There's also a bag of cleaning equipment. Yes, there we are. I like to wipe the car down probably 2 or 3 times a day as well. I do not like a dirty car. I've got problems, lots of them, as you may have noticed. Now, we've not been down this road for a while, have we? Oh no. This is the road with a Costa Coffee? No, it's a Costa, what's it called? Neo. Woohoo! Ooh, big rivals, aren't they? And then just further down here was Marks and Spencer's. Whether it's still here, I don't know. Yes, it's there. Marks and Spencer's food. It also sells some other bits and bobs. And this is a brand new road. It's not finished yet, but it's been closed for quite a few months. Look at the pavements. Ooh, lovely, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. Some special new pavements in downtown Paphos, especially for you. So slowly but surely, Paphos is improving there. I was tempted to go through those lights, but then I thought, yeah, better wait tonight. You never know. There could be a Gunbarrow in blue sitting on a seat, waiting especially for me. But the odds are I'll know him, so we'll say, oh, go on, bugger off. And if not, I'll phone the mayor. So, we are at the crescendo of the old town, and we're going to descend down towards the Paphos Mall once we take a right. Oh my God, is that road wet over there? Or is that a shadow? Oh, it's a shadow, because I was concerned my car was going to get dirty. Terrible. Anyway, we're going to head down to the right. We're going to go towards the Paphos Mall, and then we're going to head out down towards the harbour. So if you stick with us for that a little bit longer, you're going to get to see the beauty and the spectacality of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And one thing's for sure, I promise you, it's going to take your breath away. Downtown Paphos, on a truly spectacality of a day. The sun is beaming down on us, there's no doubt about that. We're having a great time, and of course the middle of August is coming. This weekend is going to be the crescendo of the summer, when pretty much every Cypriot and his dog and his cat comes from Nicosia and descends onto Paphos, and it's going to be absolute bedlam, because none of them have got a clue where they're going. But one thing's for sure, they're always in good moods and they're always spending quite freely. So Paphos welcomes with their arms open. And of course, on top of all of that, there's lots of you foreigners coming in, isn't there? Yes, and lots of our superstars. are in Paphos as we speak, and of course they're all having a great time indeed. If you want to do a bit of Romeo and Juliet by the way, that's smoking up the cigars. If you're new to the channel, that is the Habanos specialist there on the left. The girl in there is Andrea, speaks very good English indeed. Great selection of cigars, starting off at around about €4.5, working all the way up to about €250 for a cigar. Yes, it's a little bit like wine, it can be quite expensive. So on that note, don't forget to hit the like, click that subscribe, and perhaps click through to our back page where you could consider to buy us a coffee or two. Anyway, let's keep going. Downtown Paphos, and we're coming to the Cape of Paphos area very soon. If you want to do some supermarketing, you've got the Alpha Mega here on your left, probably the best supermarket chain in the whole of Cyprus, certainly in Paphos, although Lidl would probably argue with you. Both very good indeed. As for the others, yeah, they're okay, don't get me wrong, and they're up and down with their merchandise and their prices. Yeah, the supermarkets are quite clean, but they're not that well lit. It's as if they're trying to save on their electricity bills, if you understand me, and perhaps they are, because the price of electricity is absolutely scandalous. I was talking to someone the other day and they said that Holland apparently has the most expensive electricity in the world, well, in Europe anyway, and that might be true, but I'm promising you that Cyprus, I think, is number 3 with the most expensive electricity in Europe. And of course the difference is that in Holland, the average Dutchie, they always play on the left hand side if you remember, they earn around €4,000 to €5,000 a month, whereas the average Cypriot, who doesn't play on the left hand side, he plays in the middle of the road normally, he only earns around about €1,500. So if your electricity bill is €800 for 2 months, it's quite expensive. Anyway, here we are. This is the road to paradise. We're going under the Paphos Skywalk. That's a walk which takes you up in the clouds. Well, not quite that high, but you know, around about 6 meters. If you've got a 5.5 meter lorry, you can drive underneath it. So therefore, if you're on the platform, you're around 6 meters up in the clouds. The air is that little bit fresher, the view is that little bit better, and it's something worth doing, because if you don't do it now, the rumour is that by next year there'll be turnstiles and a charge of $2.50 a pop. So hey, go and do it now. Don't make the Gambara #1 richer than he already is, because guess what? He wasn't happy with his old black Mercedes. Oh no. He gone and bought a new one. €65,000 for his nice new car. But hey, Gambara #1 does work quite hard, shall we say, and he's not a bad mare, so we have to allow him to have these little indulgences now and again. But hey, that's a lot of money for a car, isn't it? We're on the estate agents road. We're on the property sellers road, as I call it, because of course realtors in America, estate agents in England, property sellers, perhaps if you're in downtown Krakow and you're the greatest lawyer in the world, and that would mean your name is Miss Anna, my superstar. Yes, the greatest lawyer in the world. If you're buying a property in Paphos, make sure that you get yourself a very good lawyer indeed. Perhaps you don't need a lawyer as good as our superstar, Miss Anna Store. Store? No, Star. I apologise, Miss Anna, my superstar. You do need a very good lawyer, and an independent lawyer from the property seller. Otherwise, you'll end up that you've been, what's the word? Conned. There we are. Right, we're coming to approach the grand finale of this video, and of course that is the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. If you're looking for somewhere special to come on your holiday, Paphos should be at the very top of your list. It truly is a spectacality of a place. Lots of improvements have been done in the harbour, and it's almost ready, as we told you, 1 week to go, and all of this paving coming up on the left hand side will be finished. And I promise you, Paphos Promenade, Paphos Harbour is going to be absolutely spectacular, and you're going to have a great time indeed. Like all of these people that are walking around, they are having the time of their lives. New seating areas have been put around, new flowers are in the middle. These people ain't even going to look before they cross the road, are they? No, there we go. Do you wonder, you know, intelligent people walking around that seem to think that they can just walk into the middle of a road and not get run over. But hey, you never know. One of these days we might get one on camera, shall we say. Only joking, I'm only joking. But you never know. If I see those couple of panes walking, man, no, it'd probably cause more damage to the car than to them, wouldn't I? So probably not a good idea. But no, if I do see them, I'll get a Range Rover, I'll run over them and then back over them just to make sure that they squidge that little bit. Only joking, Lord Jeremy, Lord Simon. I really, really am not. Anyway, here we are, Paphos Castle. People have asked about the walkway. There it is. It's slowly coming, as you can see. Live on camera. What have we got here? Someone's after us, that's for sure. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. And if you do like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my madness.